Oh.
Edgy shit. Edgy shit. Motherfucking edgy shit. Comics Plus, what is up, heroes? My name is Akasan.
What's up, Super Cruz? DCsan.
And it's time for some more edgy shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is your first Titans reaction, huh? With
yes.
me.
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah, that's
I
so
think
weird.
the last Titans thing I did was on Instagram. That was for what, season 1, I think?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
Did you review it?
No, that was...
Okay.
No, it was like... I'm basically just binge watching and going into it. And there's a couple reactions going... what's it, story?
Right.
So nothing big.
Edgy shit. And then you saw the first episode of season 1.
Yes, I actually just watched the first episode
finale
of season 2.
Right. Which originally was the season finale of season 1. Right.
Yeah. What
happened? I heard it was just kind of a shitty ending. The original version wasn't so good, and they felt like it would be better to postpone it, put some more CG in there, and change the direction. I have a strong feeling that Jason Todd was not involved as much the first version.
And after people saw him,
right, exactly,
they're like, we need to see more of him, so they had to do a reshoot, add more scenes with him in it, and touch up Trigon. Exactly,
and also based on where we see the direction of this series now, where it's going to be Robin and former Robin to eventually become Nightwing. We see Jason included now in this story in Titan's Tower. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they included him a lot more for that, like Robin versus Robin fight.
Yeah, which was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was cool.
I am looking forward to seeing what happens and if he will eventually become
Nightwing.
No, Red Hood.
Oh.
Jason Todd becoming Red Hood, or they won't do that at all and they'll shy away from it altogether.
It's odd. A lot of people keep on asking about that, but it's weird to me because
it's an iconic character. It's basically like Nightwing. It's when those two characters.
That's taking it too far.
No. The reason I say it's like Nightwing is because it's when those two characters actually come into their own.
Okay.
You know, they're associated with Batman, but everything doesn't surround Batman. So they have occasional team-ups, but they also do their own thing.
So would you say, and this is also a question for all of you guys, because would you say that Jason Todd's defining moment more or less is becoming the Red Hood more than his death of
for me his
death in the family?
For me, I think his death is more a defining moment for Batman.
Okay.
For him, coming back and coming to grips with the damage he had to deal with upon becoming Red Hood, or coming back to life, so to speak, I think was more defining for him as a character as a whole, be it a Red Hood or Robin, just his character itself.
I think the thing that always bothered me about the Red Hood story, because I don't mind Under the Red Hood, the actual Under the Red Hood story, but I did kind of mind how he actually came back. Now, of course, there's several versions of it, but the one that I know as canon is the Superboy punch, like that broke the time and continuum or whatever. Woke that motherfucker up
which is kind of cool, but at the same, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because they're incorporating another character that didn't have anything to do with his story,
right? To
tie in more people in the universe. That's fine. Him being put into the Lazarus pit, and because of the timing that it happened, having like lasting damage on him,
right?
I kind of like that because it fits more with the Arrowverse,
right?
Where you had Thea and Bloodlust and all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, it's not perfect.
No, I get it. So to answer your question, Titans, no, they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do
it. If they touched upon the Red Hood story or just Jason coming back, I don't think it would work that way, because somebody actually made a good point about the inclusion of Bruce Wayne. Yeah. It's like
and his age.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's kind of like somebody made a really good point in the fact that if we had a more fit and proper Bruce Wayne, and I say proper in the sense of what we're used to as Bruce Wayne, black hair,
Right.
really big, bigger than almost everybody else.
Usually in his late 30s or mid 40s.
Something like that, right? Yeah. If we had somebody like that, it would have overshadowed the entire Titans storyline, and then all we would have wanted is Batman, knowing that there's actually a Batman around. The same as if we got a bulky Clark Kent at the Daily Planet, be like, well, fuck, let's get that guy in a suit as soon as possible.
I'm kind of waiting for that.
I.e. Supergirl, as well,
Yeah.
The moment Superman started showing up in Supergirl, more and more, I started hearing so many fucking stories.
Why don't you just do a Superman show?
I kept on hearing that so much.
It's like, I'm glad that people have that affinity towards the character. There are some things that happen in the show that people don't agree with, but at the end of the day, it's not called Superman, it's called Supergirl.
Right.
So the story centering around her, I thought was more interesting.
Exactly, and I think that's exactly the way it's going to go with this particular, with Titans. It's like, we are going to, sooner or later, we're going to get Nightwing. That's damn...
I'm hoping, because I really, not joking, I just want to see how the costume looks.
Yeah.
Because of the way the Robin costume
looks. That's almost a given, and, I really actually like Slade Wilson. This Slade Wilson.
Yeah, he's cool.
This is no disrespect to, what's his name? The Arrowverse guy.
Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett. No disrespect to him. I think he did a really good job, but almost said
this version.
Again. Slade Wilson, with the white hair, he looks just as good as the dude Joe whatever from the Justice League
from the Justice League movie.
Right, that never happened, but the cameo. But I think he really looks like he'll play the part really well. So
I have a question for you, dealing with his character and how he came back. When he goes up to the house and he's talking to that
black guy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's the...
Thankfully not gay.
Right? And I'm only saying that we had a conversation.
We had a whole conversation about
We'll get to that another time.
CW makes every black motherfucker gay and shit. But anyways.
Or pigeons. So anyways, you have his character, and he's talking, and he comes up, and he goes, no, it's okay, it's my house, I can do it. He seems traumatized.
Yeah.
So... is it because he had a battle with the Titans before? That's how he lost his eye.
I think
he's traumatized, and because the newsreel, that's what brought him back into, I want to get revenge.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Okay. Is like he saw, and you know what?
And that would be another reason why I think that. No.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. Here is the fact that that actually might be Jason Todd's in this Titans universe.
Yeah,
that might be Jason Todd's exit. It's not going to be the Joker that does him in.
It'll be Deathstroke or someone connected to
somebody around that zone is going to end up taking him out.
It's funny.
That'd be wild if that happens.
That would be interesting, but also thinking now that we're talking about it, not being the Joker would be cool, and an interesting twist since this entire universe seems like one, but also that would be a good way to make him into Red Hood later. And wanting to take revenge on the Titans because he didn't get help or didn't get the backup, and he's blaming Dick Grayson for it.
You know what? I could see that, because if you actually look at Deathstroke's mask, it looks closer to Red Hood's Arkham mask.
Arkham mask.
It has that kind of skull look. I could see something
and see that would make
that.
A good twist because the original version he blames Batman.
Right. But this time he blames Robin, or Dick Grayson,
Nightwing,
right?
Which would be an interesting way of tying those together. Just saying.
And that's not a. You know what?
That would make a nice TV.
You make
twist.
a really good point, because the one thing I pointed out with the first episode is the fact that of this season is Jason isn't as much of a dick to Dick.
As he was in the first season.
Right, in the first season he was
he was cocky.
And he actually felt bad about it when he was talking to Hawk and Dove. He was like, I want to make it up to him. So I was like, wait, why is he being so fucking nice now? That's probably exactly what's going to happen.
And because he realizes
he needs
a mentor closer to him.
Fuck, I swear, if we just called this whole entire season, people are going to be like, who are you talking to? DCsan. No wonder his name is DCsan. They sent him the script early.
Yeah. Oh, you know something I thought was funny? on one of your recent posts,
Yeah.
look on her face. We're watching something. Look on her face. Someone's like, "Oh, DCsan looks like he's mad because something happened in a DC comic." And I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. That it's not even tied to what we're watching. It's like, whatever. It's like, whatever makes you happy. Everything entertainment is everything entertainment. So, if you're a DC fan, you're a DC fan. If you're a Marvel fan, you're a Marvel fan. If you just like entertainment as a whole, just enjoy it the hell you like and stop complaining.
Well said. Full reaction on Patreon. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is
Hashtag I gives a damn.
I know. I agree with you. Whatever, really, like.
We gotta get you some new headphones, bro.
Panasonic, y'all making some cheap stuff, man. Look at this.
You know
All
what?
4 of my headphones broke.
And the thing is, I'm a Sony person. Just from way back when, I do like the aesthetics of these, but I do think that Panasonic should send some to you to do some product testing.
I just want you to fix this, man. Like, all 4 headphones
break in
broke
the same place.
in the same damn place, man.
It's one of those just
One
like...
of them looks like we got a tampon wrapped to it and it shit. Like,
that must be Terry's.
Yeah, it is.
Terry.
Or Tyrone's.
All
Alright, guys. Full reaction on Patreon. Make sure you get the early access and all that.
Yep.
Let's go.
Links below and all the good stuff.
Yep. Edgy shit.
I love the music, man.
Edgy shit. Edgy shit.
It always feels like Jason Todd's the one doing the drums. Because he's got nothing else to do.
Motherfucking edgy shit.
I do like that the Titans are full of birds.
You're right.
Nightwing, Robin, Hulk.
She is hot, man.
She is, yes.
She has a nice little booty.
What I really like is that she was snapped out of a coma and started walking.
Oh, shit. Let's go, Jason. Let's go, Jason.
Not bad. He's like, it's mesh.
See, this is what I like about the show.
Yeah.
Do some dope shit. Don't make any corny fucking lines.
He
Don't
just did a butterfly twist.
No relationship advice.
In your eyes.
Foreshadow.
If I'm Robin,
Right. What are you?
Yeah.
who are you?
I want to know. Edgy shit! That's what I would do. Edgy shit!
You know what'd be interesting?
Yeah.
Instead of him coming back
As long as
Red
he's not
Hood,
Red Robin.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say instead of coming back as Red Hood, they make him Red Robin.
Oh. No.
That
please.
would be a little too much. He's kind of like Livewire. Wait a second, I know this character. Oh, it's gonna bug me.
Charlie and
You think he's a version of Dr. Light?
Nah. I know what you're talking about. Hey, is this... No.
You look really good out there.
You
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Mwah. I love.
And you got the donuts? Okay. And she doesn't have that hooker jacket anymore?
I do like the way they've updated her clothing and stuff.
I don't know, maybe she's not gonna show.
Is that Katy Perry?
She'll show.
It's her stunt double.
Yeah. That's right. They're doing their own solo, dual
Yeah,
thing. Right, everybody's kind of split right now. Who that? Katy Perry? Oh, what?
Someone that's got an eye for detail.
Raven, wake up. We are hungry. Were they a thing in the comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the anime also.
Really?
Female, she's got silver hair.
Oh.
She doesn't
He
even be
knows.
interested.
Yeah.
We're not-
My whole thing is they're legit just gonna watch TV and not suit up. Yeah, actually, so Dick doesn't even have a costume, even if he wanted to suit up.
If it does, what he's gonna wear? All black?
Yeah, basically. Black Monkey. Oh wait, Night Monkey.
Night Monkey?
Yeah, Night Monkey, not Black Monkey. Black Dick. Cool. I like it. Actually sounded like a dove. My thing is, she could also call the police, right? Damn. But yeah, you're right. She wanted that ass.
Oh.
Yo. Bro.
Yes. I'm liking the choreography for this show.
I do too, and they really improved because the first season was so fucking dark.
I'm sorry.
Could have been his balls.
Yeah, that's worse. That'll never heal
Spoke
up
too
right.
soon. Ha! He's got to turn himself
Nice.
in.
No, knock him out.
Damn, Dove. What the fuck? She's supposed to be the chill one.
No.
That's
No.
fine. Are they reversing it up a bit?
Yeah, which makes it interesting.
Yeah. I agree with you. I do like how their roles are kind of reversed. Because now
Too dangerous for you.
she's a junkie. Wait, what? The fuck?
Alex? What's wrong?
Whoa! Where have I seen this before? No, there were other people. Oh my god,
Back
there.
from prison?
No, there are people that explode like this. It's not Fire Force, an anime, but there is a DC story that I really would like to know how the behind the scenes of how they set this up, because their set design looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
What is the
Wow, she looked like she came straight up that Blade Runner. Oh shit!
Oh!
Damn!
Really?
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Can resist.
Are they really all using iPhone X10s?
You know why I stayed? I think so. It's
No
hard to
Wayne
be
Tech
angry in a
there?
vacuum. I
Product
provided
placement.
a target and focus for your.
I gotta take this. Meet you at the taco truck?
Roy Harper.
What do you want?
They're really bringing the Titans
Just
up.
not chicken. Or pork.
You know which one I'm waiting for, right? Superboy.
That's right. Yeah, we haven't seen Connor at all yet.
Nope.
In
Waiting
this
for
episode.
Connor and Crypto. Or Connor and Wolf, I don't care which version.
And that guy.
More.
Apparently not.
Okay, so nobody just
He's
saw.
not Roy Gardner. No,
Nobody
I
just
saw
saw like a black woman get. Well, it is a black woman getting tased on the middle of the street.
So I didn't say anything.
That's why nobody's saying it. Drop the blue hue in the middle of the day. Jesus Christ.
But it's how they feel.
That's my biggest problem with this show. Nighttime, it's all good, but we don't need all this blue. Whoa, 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 whoa!
So where is he?
What the hell?
Dr. Light.
DNA.
Come on.
That's dope. And they don't know.
He does.
He might.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's a better photo. Nice theme song, though. Okay. No!
Did it feel shorter?
No. I did feel like they were dragging it out a bit, though. Yep. Oh, well.
Really?
Nah, I understand. I get it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but it's not okay.
Yeah, it sucks. Damn it. So because I could see that was one of the complaints I saw somebody on my Discord channel was kind of just saying where
Certain parts drag.
it's like not going anywhere. But I would actually disagree in some senses. The fact that I felt like this episode took a very CW approach without the bullshit type of style. Like
The setup.
Yeah, I mean they talked. They set up. They talked about feelings and they set up the story a certain way. But they didn't make it sound corny. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, I think the way that they're doing it is nice. They're keeping it light, simple, and it doesn't feel like it's in your face. Because you have some shows where it's like, or on the nose, like, this is how it is.
Right.
This is what you get. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
It's all right here.
Right.
Things are a bit more subtle. Like,
Right.
the tone is gritty, but it's a subtle and slow burn, which I'm enjoying.
Right, exactly. And I think that's what I also like about it is the fact that I think it pays off well for comic fans. I think that's the thing. Like a good example is
because it feels like a comic.
Right. Well, a good example is that last scene where Beast Boy or Garth, he doesn't know who Deathstroke would be, but Jason Todd's gonna get it, and if you're a comic fan,
you're gonna get it too.
You can get it too of why he would get it. So it's kind of cool.
And also seeing him in uniform and in his costume, I like that because it's literally showing you time. Because before he becomes Deathstroke,
right,
in that version iteration, he was actually in the service.
Which is also interesting. Yeah.
So saying that's like, okay. Because your characters, especially like him, you know, they need a background. They need something to build from. And service always works well because you can always call upon that later for backstory and how this person and this person know each other or histories and all that kind of stuff. It's just easy to tie in. And then you can bring in other characters that wouldn't technically be in that storyline, but because of this incident, we were there too, but on the opposite side. I just like the dynamic that they're playing around with.
And I'll tell you something else I appreciate about this. Like, I don't know, a lot of people don't like Titans, the story, and you know that's fine. That's their choice, like high top films and such. But the thing I actually kind of like about it is we actually have three main plot points.
Yep.
Or three main villains.
Three main villains.
All
three
running
main
at the
story
same time.
streams going at the same time.
So it's not just one villain like we're going to be dealing with the whole season. We have
like in the Arrowverse kind of thing.
Which is, you know, I feel that plot has run its course after 6-7 years now. You know, we have Dr. Light, Deathstroke, and we also have whatever's
Terror's going. Yeah, her sister or Kingdom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because her sister's the one that took charge.
Oh, okay.
So with her initial backstory, she ends up basically being ousted. So she leaves, and if she takes care of Raven, she can come back and get her kingdom back, kind of thing.
Got it. Yeah,
but she doesn't want it.
More interesting enough, you think all of them are gonna? What are they called? Tamarians?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna be all black?
That would make it interesting,
right?
It would make it interesting because
like a kind of Wakanda thing going on.
They're technically like a purplish color, so I mean, them being black, I'm okay with that.
Right.
And if they're not all black and it's a mix, I'm okay with that too. What I'm interested in seeing is how they incorporate. Now that's something I think would be kind of interesting.
A little better, right?
To tie it in, because when they're going back, talking about the language that was written in that room that Donna saw, she was like, it's before Sumerian and this other language of time, but most people don't know it. So, that's kind of interesting because it influenced other cultures. I'm okay. I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
I do like that they took the group and they're like, okay, here's your core group, and then it's kind of like a sub A and a sub B, and gave them direction as opposed to we're just getting coffee over here kind of thing, something useless. They're actually doing something on the side, but outside of doing something on the side, there's interaction with potential characters like Roy.
There you go.
Coming in, and that's showing, that's right.
Yeah.
Donna and Roy are together.
Right.
So they may do that in this story. They may not. They may just be old teammates as opposed to being a couple.
And you're right. And I just forgot. Like, it wasn't really addressed in this episode, but there's also the Superboy situation that will play out sooner or later.
I'm hoping sooner than later because I'm like, come on. It's probably, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm hoping next episode, it doesn't have to center around him the entire episode. Just to know that he's being introduced and there be something that incorporates his story with Starfire and or Wonder Girl would be interesting.
Because that's the big problem with Superboy is the fact that we already
Which version?
Well, let's go with Young Justice. Superboy is we already have several plot points going on right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they can't really introduce the Cadmus situation
unless it's at the bottom of the prison that they introduced in this last episode.
Oh, where Dr. Light
because that's where they're keeping metahumans.
Okay.
So they have him escaping, but have like their lab downstairs
and not go the xenomorph angle.
Fine.
I could see that. Okay.
And then because of what happened, that incident, and he gets broken out. Because from the sound of it, it's more than likely Deathstroke that broke him out.
Okay.
Because you look at Rose, she didn't have any weapons with her. She's running from someone, and it feels like the way she's talking, she's running from Deathstroke more than likely.
Right.
And if not, I'm okay with her not running from Deathstroke, running from someone else, and they just put that together.
Right.
But she's running from someone that basically is powerful and can kill her. And from her reaction with Nightwing, I'm gonna call him Nightwing because that's what he's gonna be eventually. I hope it's not Dr. Light. She seemed too surprised, like, what is that? So it's obviously not that character.
Right.
But Superboy, him being in the same place that she was in and trying to escape would be interesting. Because that's a good way to tie her and Superboy together.
Right, but
and explain why she's missing an eye. Maybe they're experimenting on her.
Maybe.
Or
yeah.
the metahuman
but if I
version.
remember, I think Cadmus was actually introduced at the end of the season 1.
Yeah, because they're the ones just doing the experiments. And stuff.
Right.
Because that's where they hint at Superboy. Like,
now, the one thing... Okay, so here's the one thing that I will say. Like, the blue tent was... And this is just...
yeah.
Look,
That's a bit annoying.
No, this is Akasan's classic nitpick. The blue tent was a little less this time around, so I'm fine with it. But I do wish that they would ease up. Nighttime, I think it works well. When they're in the tower, it works well. But during the daytime, they gotta drop that. It shouldn't always be fucking cloudy in... Where are they? San Francisco, like that. I mean, it is cloudy in San Francisco a lot, but not all the time. But the only other thing I wanted to say was the dialogue. And this is a tricky one because the dialogue, what I've noticed about the DC universe a lot, outside of,
outside the movies?
I'm talking about the
TV shows.
The subscription-based stuff is, they don't play music a lot compared to like the CW.
Or it's all music and some dialogue.
Right.
Like the exact opposite.
And so the CW will actually have music going on the entire time, so the dialogue carries a lot more and it wraps up scene by scene. And they also have commercials, so the way the story's written, there's kind of a
break point, a clean break point.
Yeah, with the music, with the scene, cuts so the problem that the Titans generally will have in all the DC Universe shows is it's a straight through episode.
Yeah.
So without music, their dialogues come out very dry sometimes, and it's a small nitpick, but it's also things that I feel like can kind of create
it better.
Well, just kind of create boredom sometimes. Where, for example, when Hawk was giving his speech to Dove, the delivery was a little dry, so it just
his delivery wasn't bad, but the atmosphere was
exactly. Dry. It was a one shot back shot, and it just was a lingering back shot for so long.
A soap opera.
And but even a soap opera will give you 3 different angles.
Yeah,
like that
without music.
Right, but no, what I'm saying is like that was just a one medium shot, and it almost seemed like a BTS test run, draft run.
Okay.
You know when you rehearse the line.
Yeah, it's basically they're going through rehearsing the scene, and they're like, this is the cleanest version we have. We'll just use this, which does happen.
Right.
Not saying that's what happened this, but that does happen from time to time. But for me,
so that's my thing.
That's a coin toss for me because the CW shows, I like that they have music.
Right.
But sometimes it's too predictable. It's like okay. We're at 12 minutes, so we're going to have this.
Yeah.
Then when you get to right around 20-something minutes, it's like, oh, this person, that person, they're going to make that emotional response or have that reaction. It's like, oh, okay, cue the cheesy pop music, and it does. Oh, they're going to kiss.
I agree.
Whatever.
I agree.
I'm glad that that's actually not in this. Having some music in the background would be cool for some scenes, but I'm glad that it's not overdone.
Right.
Because it makes the dialogue more important for me.
Right. So my thing, I think what it really comes down to is
but pacing could pick up a little bit.
The editing and segueing could probably be a little cleaner. I think that's the main thing. Is like
it feels like a page. Like for me, watching it, I feel like, and it doesn't even have to be DC specifically, but the theme of it feels
like a comic.
It feels like I'm pedaling like a comic. So it's like you're reading a comic and it's like, oh, all this action stuff happens. Turn the page and you're with a different group different time period and it has nothing to do
And
with what you just read. It's like, oh,
yeah, no, you're right.
okay.
It's funny you mentioned that.
It can be jarring, but also it makes it interesting because it's like, oh, I want to get back to that storyline.
It's funny you mentioned that because I agree with you on the only on the situation that they use set locations each time. So that's like I got the feeling of a page turner, San Francisco,
Gotham
Wisconsin,
City.
Gotham City, like that.
Yeah.
But I do disagree in the fact that with comic book paneling, a good comic book writer usually has a 2 or 3 page story they're telling or panel they're telling, and you can tell when that panel's about to end and the character looks or does some sort of smile, turn the page, and then like that. So that's what I feel is kind of missing from those scenes where going back to the Hawk and Dove speaking scene, they're doing something, they get introduced and something's getting blown up, but that segue didn't really work as well as I would expect. That's the only thing that I would get. However, in other instances, it did work well when Beast Boy was talking with Raven and they were sitting on the bed.
Yeah. I like that. I liked it because it felt like a normal drama.
Exactly.
But it could also fit in the CW universe if you wanted it to. That scene, the last scene where you had Donna go get something and then Starfire was taken and she didn't know where she was. Right. She was lost. And then takes that phone call. That shot, that whole sequence felt like, again, it could be in a CW show or by itself. So the tone of that I actually liked. Hawk and Dove, I liked what they did with their characters. I would like to see what happens with those two. Yes. Because it seems like they're trying to throw a wrench in their plans, but it's like Hank's being forced back into the fray of things. Dove is looking forward to being back, but she might have bitten off more than she could chew.
And Dove actually, Hank had the hesitation about going back. He didn't actually want to go back, but he also knew it was for the best.
Yeah, he didn't want to go back because he's being overshot by Nightwing.
Right. But and then,
I refuse. His name's Nightwing.
Cuckold. A cuckold dick. Dark dick. Yeah. That but again, that goes back to the thing I love so much about the Titans show is the fact that Hawk or Hank name drops Dr. Light. He already knows exactly who he is.
Because of what happened.
So we as comic fans are like, oh shit.
We just confirmed that.
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's do it, baby. Okay, all right.
I like how they made his character look. That actor plays, bit villains and all kinds of stuff, CW and everywhere else. But in this particular iteration where you see how he's got the circuits and things going up his body, I like that. It's kind of interesting. It makes it very different from what we're used to seeing.
Fair enough. Because he
doesn't have that cheesy costume. He might have it later, but he doesn't have it now. And I'm glad that's not the first thing we saw.
I am curious about if they're going to go that route. If because the problem if
black cargo pants and a white t-shirt.
Well, no.
That's the TV default for everything.
Right. But if they even went that, because immediately, unfortunately, I will go directly into Identity Crisis if they go, because that's my biggest memory of a Dr. Light, and so ever since Identity Crisis, they've always played him out to be that bubbly rapist dude.
Wow, that's
I'm serious.
That's
after Identity Crisis, that's all he was ever treated as a rapist. Like even the fucking female villains didn't want to be around his ass, and then he kind of rolled with it. He was just like, you better watch out when we're together and shit. Talia fucking poured coffee on him or some shit like that on his dick. It was something that happened, but like
it's really interesting how writers will take
that
turn for a character,
right?
Because between characters using drugs or being addicted to something, that's a horrible thing for a human to deal with,
right?
But those topics, having villains that are pedophiles or rapists and stuff like that, yes, it's an eye-opener. Yes, unfortunately, we have people like that out there that are like that. But putting it in a comic book just makes it that much more real. And it's sometimes hard for me to deal with because I'm like, oh, that's right.
But you
can't forget it. Because even in Marvel, you got Hank Pym, who's basically
Right.
an abuser, womanizer,
wife beater. Yeah.
yeah, it's like wow, and an alcoholic. It's like it's just bad.
Ultimate version.
Yeah.
But the only thing I will say, and to kind of stay on topic here, is with Identity Crisis. With the thing that I actually did like about that is it was a horrible situation, but it also was kind of a brilliant way of explaining why all the Golden Age villains were fucking stupid and shit, because the Justice League was mind wiping all of them, and so that's why Dr. Light was a bubbling idiot in the Golden Age of comics, because he used to actually be really up there, but the Justice League wiped his fucking brain, dude. And then of course the whole Batman thing. Last point with Titans is I did like the touch upon the art of war. I thought that was actually pretty cool. That that
Raven's trying to learn something from.
Raven was trying to study up from Grayson. But then at the same time, Grayson was still trying to get pointers from Bruce Wayne. So I thought that was actually very interesting. And while he may not be the Bruce Wayne I like, or the way I've always, even an older Bruce Wayne, I've never envisioned him that style. I can understand what they're trying to do in this situation, because it just would not work otherwise if you just had that cold Bruce Wayne feeling. It just wouldn't work like that.
I like that Grayson has gotten to the point where it's like, I don't know everything. I need advice. And he asked the one person that, basically raised him. And getting advice from, I thought, was cool, because it was like they were giving each other advice.
Right.
And that dynamic was really cool.
Which I almost think, in some sense, it's probably going to be Bruce to inspire him the Nightwing name.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure, because I was talking with the viewers about it last week. It would just be too complicated to introduce Superman. And then, like I said before, if you bring in Superman, people are going to want that motherfucker in every episode after that.
Yeah, but I mean, you have Superboy coming at one point in time. It's going to happen. And when it happens, keeping it brief, I'm fine with that. They have him there, and it's like, well, the Justice League is off-world. Fine, no big deal.
I'm telling you, it's probably going to end up some sort of deal where they're reading another book or something like that, and Bruce is like, no, Dick, you're family, you're part of our family, even though when we go out into the night, you are still under our wing, or some shit like that.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
If it's that on the nose, I will be disappointed.
I'm just saying. It's like, you'll always be part of our family, in our wing, in our shadow. Shit like that. You like that accent I put on there?
No,
all right, guys. Full reaction on Patreon. Thank you so much. Special shout outs to Nona Prince for doing the edits. And thank you, DCsan, for coming by for Titans.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
World's finest back again.
There you go. World's finest. And we even had the shirts. If you guys are going to be in New York, I'd say there's a 90% that DCsan will be joining me for New York Comic Con. We're just waiting on a few confirmations. Hopefully we can have a meet and greet with you guys as well.
That would be fun.
I'm trying to make it work. If there's anybody in New York with some edgy shit out there that could rent out a space for me, I'd love to.
It'd be cool to meet with some of the Titans.
Are they coming? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Shit, man. Hey, Titans, if you're coming, call us up.
Cool.
Let me rent out the Titans, but I think they film in
Starfire, Hawk, and Dove are the three I really want to meet.
Yeah, they might film in Toronto. So
really,
yeah,
might have to cancel Vancouver then.
Just
kidding. Too soon. No.
We out. Peace.